some gorgeous visuals there from Slammer Cow. Thank you very much for that. Nice little way to pass the time, wasn't it, Julia?
That was lovely. I was really enjoying that.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, look, I'm here. I'm in the studio. I'm quite excited.
Welcome to the studio, Julia. You've done some sterling work on the main stage, I have to say. But this is where the hard work begins. It really is.
I know. I don't believe that for a second. I ran a marathon.
I know.
It's like a game of tennis. They were like, that guy over there. Now go and talk to him. I'm like, are you kidding?
Yeah, and then you had to go to the person right on the back row, which was quite nice, I think, because the back row gets forgotten, doesn't it?
It's very true. I went right to the back. That was fine. But yeah, it was a lot of running. I was not prepared for that. I'm really glad I wore trainers. I was debating this morning. I'm so glad I did. That could have been disastrous.
What's the atmosphere like in there?
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Everyone is so excited. And I just felt so bad because obviously everyone's come because they want to, you know, talk to Stampy, and there's just so many of them who just couldn't get through all the questions.
You did a great job.
I kept trying to make them choose because I felt terrible.
Julia, you're only human. Don't forget that,
I can only run so far.
Yeah, you're not a miracle worker. Don't worry about it.
Not yet.
Okay, so we've got more guests joining us now in the studio. Please welcome from Hypixel, we have Sean and Thomas.
Hey guys.
Welcome to the studio, guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
So we were just discussing before we started, weren't we, the work you've been doing so far at MINECON 2015. You were based over in the panel room there, is that correct?
Yeah, that was our first panel of the weekend.
3D workshop.
Yeah, the 3D workshop. So during that panel, we basically take an idea in this guy's head and we craft a model.
Pull it out.
Exactly.
Pull it out.
Extrude it from his head into Minecraft in front of the audience, completely live.
So it was a live build, essentially.
Literally a live build.
A bit like therapy. A little bit like therapy. Taking out whatever
I actually think I need therapy after.
I was going to say, were you a bit concerned about what they were going to find in there, or were you like, bring it on?
Oh, no. I was not even asking myself.
So, if we go back to the beginning a little bit, Hypixel, for those that don't know, you know, that might play Minecraft on console instead, what do you guys do? You're server-based, aren't you?
Yeah, completely. So we have a fully network of servers, and what we do is we create mini games. We have a community that's we had 2 million unique users in the last week, for example.
Wow.
Just throws that in like, it's 2 million. It's totally fine.
So blasé.
So blasé. No, they're just numbers to me. They're not
But
people.
yeah, we're popular. But so what we do is we create custom experiences within Minecraft using obviously fantastic structure that Mojang have put in place with our own imaginations, and we just keep going month after month, week after
So, okay, imagine I'm at home and I am, you know, I only really play on my console, so obviously everything's kind of pre-set up for me. How on earth would you start to kind of run your own server? Is it quite difficult, or is it quite easy just to do one for like you and your friends?
So what I'm getting there is how do you actually start up your own server? Well, these networks are actually like a cluster of actual machines, physical machines, and they're in the US at the moment. And so what we do is we create these lobbies. Okay, and the lobbies are like a central meeting place for all of our community. So these are the first place that these guys see. And then they can open up their inventories, and each of the little icons where you have maybe a compass will take you back to the lobby, or you have a diamond will take you to a particular game mode. So we have all these different game modes, or mini games, and they're able to pick an icon and then go to a lobby for that particular game, and then actually enter a game with their friends or whoever. So kind of breaking it down.
Take away the difficulty associated
Just
with
lower the barrier to entry, yeah.
So, Thomas, how many team members are at Hypixel as it stands? Because what you've just explained then is, I mean, you explained it very casually, but it's a big task, isn't it? It's a lot of work. How many of you guys are there?
How many pairs of hands?
Full team in Hypixel? Yeah, well, about 20 or something like that. 22.
Right, okay,
yes.
that's less than I thought, actually.
That's without all the people who are helping us every day. You know, moderators and helpers, and yeah, there is more like, I don't know, 40 or 60 people who are turning around. And
that seems like less than what you'd need, right?
I think so, yeah. I was expecting you to say a lot more. Yeah, I mean, you guys must work really hard.
Pretty.
Yeah.
That's my wife.
It's okay.
But the thing is, you can see this around us now. Like, this is a conference for one game. For one game. Guinness World Record holder, you know, it's a phenomenon. And the people who are on our server, I don't know about the other networks, I'm sure they're the same, but they want to help, they want to nurture it, they want to push it forward. So we have so much help. Guys who will just volunteer their time for the love of it.
Well, it's one thing that keeps cropping up in all our conversations, actually, that sense of community that is across the board. It exists in every sort of aspect of Minecraft, doesn't it? It's always there.
It's one of the friendliest as well, like, you know, compared to all other games.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, every game has a community based around it, but, like, Minecraft is just, it's like a whole different thing.
It's life, isn't it? Essentially, Minecraft. It's life.
It's a really nurturing environment. And it's just, I think that the guys who run the servers are very keenly aware of the kind of age group that they're dealing with, you know, and that they treat them the way that, I don't know, they treat their own kids or whatever, but they encourage that kind of that warm community feeling that is, I think, really unique to this particular game. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I'd say so. So, yeah, we chatted earlier about what you guys were doing over at the panel area there. So just going into it into a little bit more detail, if that's okay. We delved into your mind, fine. We lifted ideas from it, and it was a live build. But the audience got involved, is that correct? Did they decide how they wanted the build to go, or was it just was there much interaction with our crowd, or?
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Passing the book there. You can answer that one.
About the direction, about the process of creation of, yeah. Well, my job, for example, is to work on pretty much everything visual and art stuff and textures and concept art that will be used to and pushed in the game. But I'm not alone doing this, because we have the build team with managed by Sean, with creating from my drawings, for example, and from my textures. They're creating 3D models, maps, everything, so the environment and everything in the game, from stuff, from game design stuff and from art stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, and we have a process that's pretty worked pretty well. Yeah.
It's, for this particular session, we were kind of getting the crowd going, but there's a lot of high-pixel players in the audience, so we're kind of getting them mustered up and you know, come on, guys. And then some of the questions were actually very, very difficult. They pinned me a couple of times, but yeah, it was excellent. It was fantastic. It was just lovely to get to meet the people in the flesh that you meet on your server and then put a face to a face, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I presume you've had a bit of a chance to kind of walk around, you know, the event and stuff like that. I mean, how does it kind of make you feel? I mean, they've really done such an amazing. I was like blown away coming in here. Honestly, the park, everything. What's your favourite bit? Because I think everyone's got a bit of a favourite bit.
This is your first time here.
This is my first time at Minecon.
It's my first time here as well.
It's mine. Yeah.
So, okay, what blew you away the most then? What was the most impressive bit that you've seen?
Well, go for it, yeah.
Personally, I never was to such a huge convention like this. It's crazy.
It is big.
Yeah, it is big. Even this table is crazy.
This is so cool. I so want to feel it.
They did an awesome work, especially on the decoration stuff and trees and lights and dragons.
I mean, we played a video earlier highlighting that, how much work's gone into it, how much, you know, imagination and creativity and blood, sweat and tears as well. You know, these guys have been here since Monday building this. You know, it's taken almost a week to get this together. I mean, they've done a great job. And like you said, it's quite awe-inspiring. It really is. Yeah. So the rest of the weekend then, we keep discussing how much is going on. What have you guys got planned? When you're not busy, obviously, doing what you do.
Well, we actually have our tournament area up there. So we've got Turbo Kart Racers and Build Battle, which are two of our games. And then we actually have the main stage event on Sunday, with the YouTuber guys, like Dimecard or Minecard, and Build Battle Live. So we're going to be pretty busy. And then another panel on Sunday as well on the build team, the guys who actually build the levels in Minecraft.
You guys are like non-stop. Is this actually not giving you a break? Is it?
Exhausted.
You can sleep when you get home, okay?
No chance.
We don't sleep at MINECON 2015
now.
You're wasting valuable time.
We barely sit down. That's just how it is. Yeah.
Even when you do sit down, the chairs are slightly scratchy.
It's perfect.
We like them. We like them. As the guys mentioned, they're going to be on the live stage this weekend too, but there is so much going on during the whole of MINECON 2015. At 3 o'clock, we've got Getting Started Using Mods, which is essentially a beginner's guide to mods, because I would imagine it's quite overwhelming. There's a lot to choose from, isn't there, when it comes to choosing which mod you're going to use, where you're going to start.
Sometimes too much choice. I just get flustered and confused.
Yeah, well,
Sometimes
those guys are going to boil it down to the essentials.
I need this help.
They're going to let you know exactly what you need. And what's next, Julia?
Okay,
after
so
that,
we've got Minecraft story mode coming up after that. So obviously we're going to be finding out about Telltale and Mojang's new exciting adventure. I'm really keen to find out just how they're going to be doing this. That's very, very exciting.
what are your thoughts on the trailer? Because you were obviously in the room when it got played out for the first time.
I think it was kind of what I expected it would be, but that's exactly what I want. So I'm not, you know.
Well, we couldn't hear it that well from the studio, but am I right? There was like a Goonies vibe to it. Is it like a gang on an adventure?
Yeah. There's a total Goonies. But then you got to remember, you know, YouTubers and like playing in Minecraft, they all have like their teams and stuff like that.
Sure.
And it's about getting your mates together and going on an adventure, and that's what you know, Minecraft's.
Well into that. I'm having that. Then at 6 p.m. we have a Q&A with Achievement Hunter. That's going to be very cool too. Everyone gets the opportunity to chat to Achievement Hunter and ask him pretty much whatever they like. So that's always nice, isn't it?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
But right now, I think we're going over to the main stage.
Yeah, we're going to go over to the main stage. So any of you guys who want to know a little bit about how to get into mods, now is the time to tune in and just stay in. We've got so much more to come.
Enjoy.
See you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Matt Littler.
Just got cold. How are we all doing? We feeling good? Sorry, nowhere near good enough. Are we feeling good? Better. Quick question, who's going to go home tonight and play Minecraft? Huge show of hands. All right, brilliant. You having a good day? Everyone feeling good? Yeah, we warmed up now? Ready for some more panels? Yes? Show of swords? Who's got a sword? I count 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Brilliant. Okay, we're here to talk about getting started with mods. So when you go home tonight and you play Minecraft, who's going to be hitting up the mods? Show of hands. Yeah, it's huge, isn't it? It's more popular than you think. And we've got some experts here who are going to be taking your questions. So I'm going to be roaming around the crowd, coming down there, getting questions from you guys to ask our panelies, I think we'll call them. Should we get them up? Yeah. Sorry. Come on, guys. Shall we get them up? Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Please welcome to the stage Jaded Cat, Direwolf, Slowpoke, Paul, Kelton, and Marathi. Guys, welcome to MineCon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Jaded Cat, nice hat.
I love my hat. It's awesome.
I love your hat.
You can't have it.
I wouldn't dream of taking
I'll
it.
fight you over it.
I wouldn't dream of it.
And she
Should we
would
just
win.
get into this? Should we get questions going? Do you
That
want to
works.
introduce yourselves one by one?
Yeah.
We could just.
Yeah, should we start this end and
Introductions.
head down?
Hi, I'm Slowpoke. I'm the founder of the FTB mod pack and launcher.
Hello, my name's Paul. I'm the managing director of Creeperhost.
Hello, everyone. This is Direwolf20. And yes, I do YouTube videos about mods. Sorry.
I'm Marathi. I'm here to keep this lot in line, seemingly.
Good luck. Yeah. I'm Jaded Cat. I make mod packs like Agrarian Skies and Magic Farm 3 and work with Girth and do some other things randomly.
And my name is Brian. I'm Kelton with Curse, and I work with our author platform to help give these guys a way to get their stuff into your hands.
Okay, Direwolf, while I run down and start fielding questions, do you want to give everyone a sort of overview of why you think mods have become so popular? And I'll just dive off now. Bye.
Sure. Mods have changed a lot in the past couple years, and I think they've become more popular because they've been easier to access for people like out there who are using it, right? Like kids or whoever else is playing with them. They're easier to get. Back in the day, you had to modify jar files and like download these crazy things, modify config files, and it was literally hours worth of work just to get a modded instance going. And then don't ever try to update it because it'll break, right? But nowadays, right, with FTB and the Curse Launcher and everything else, it's easier to get. You click a button and everything downloads and you're good. And it works. So I think that's really contributed to the success of the modding community, is how easy it is to get. And then of course mods are fun. I mean, there's a portal gun mod, you can jump through portals like the Portal game, and there's, you know, electricity mods and magic mods, and it just speaks to, you know, broadening what's already a great game, right? Just giving you more options. And I was not prepared for that question, so I hope that was good.
It worked.
Cool. So I think what we're going to do is start taking a couple of questions from the audience, really. I mean, we'll talk about a few things, but we'll also mostly be taking questions, because I think we'd like to address what you guys are interested in seeing and hearing about. So if you have a question, I guess like start raising your hands, and you know, I think the agents are going to walk around. Is that right? Am I doing that right?
Yep, down here I've got your first question. It's from Daniel. Daniel, say hi, you're on the stream.
Of 1 to 10, how hard is it to create a mod? On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it to create a mod?
How hard is it to create a mod? I would say probably around a 7 or an 8. I don't actually create any mods. There will be a mod authors panel coming up later. We'll talk about that towards the end. But creating a mod is pretty tough. But it's gotten easier. Again, the community has built some great tools to make modding easier. So it's getting better.
I've got another question. This is from Zach. Where do you think the modding community is going to go in the next 5 years?
Where do you think the modding community is going to go in the next 5 years?
Where is modded headed?
I was actually talking about this morning. I think HoloLens is really interesting. And I believe there's just been an announcement about Minecraft on Windows 10, which is going to be compatible with the Pocket Edition. Yeah. I think we need to look at how we can mod those games, if we can mod those versions of the games to actually tell what it's going to be like in 5 years. But I do think that it's going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. I mean, I still see Minecraft growing all the time, and it's selling all the time still. Developers are still learning all the time, and newer and better mods are coming out on a regular basis. So yeah, I think it's a ever-evolving scene, and it'll be getting much better. And I can't wait to see something like HoloLens with some of these mods that we've been playing. Could you imagine Formcraft or something like that in a HoloLens environment? I think that would be insane and awesome.
Where do I sign up?
To play that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, next question comes from Alex. Alex?
What exactly is Forgecraft for?
What exactly is Forgecraft for?
What exactly is Forgecraft for?
Should I take that?
Go ahead, you can take that one.
Yep. So Forgecraft is really just a loose collection of modders who all become friends. And it's kind of turned into a server where we test a lot of the mods before they come out to the public. So a beta or alpha version of a mod will go on there before it goes out to the public to kind of work out any bugs and kinks and balance issues. But it's more a collection of friends, just a bunch of people who write mods together and hang out together, and that's about it.
There's a lot more that people see. There's a lot more to Forgecraft than what you guys see. You guys see the server and that.
Right.
There's a behind-the-scenes communication that a lot of mod developers have.
Right.
And they use that to help develop mods. It's been going on for a couple of years now.
Yeah, so there's a behind-the-scenes channel that's private that mod developers will typically, bounce ideas off each other and figure out the best way to approach a problem.
Next question.
Next question comes from Ilian. He's got a bit of a question on safety. Here we go. I'll let you ask it.
The question is that where or how can I download mods safely?
He's asking, he thinks it's a bit of a zoo, maybe, getting hold of these mods. Where's the safest place to get them?
What was the question?
We didn't catch that, I'm afraid.
I'm sorry, we didn't hear it.
Where's the best place to download the mods?
Oh, where's the best place to download
the safest place to get
Ryan,
them?
do you want to take that one?
Sure. Yeah, so we at Curse have started a community effort, CurseForge, where we allow authors to upload mods, and we do what we can to ensure that they are safe and relatively uniformly available. We have installers via the Curse Voice client that makes it incredibly easy to download mods. One of our big missions with that is trying to make it accessible where before it's been kind of difficult at times to get modding easily accessible for especially non-technical users. So that's one of the things that we've really tried to do a lot more with.
So the answer to that question is Curse client, really easy, press a button, install, done. More complicated, download a mod, put it in, tweak it, config it, crash test it, etc.
Yep. Or the FTB launcher is another option as well, right?
Well, that's for mod packs, though.
Right, for mod packs. If you want individual mods, then Curse is a good option.
Next question.
I'm here with Sol. He's got another question. Go on, dude.
Do you think Minecraft Story Mode will have anything to do with mods?
Do we think Minecraft what?
Story Mode.
There's a really bad echo up here. Yeah. Literally, we're getting so much reverb.
Do you think Minecraft Story Mode will have anything to do with mods?
I would not expect that. The other Telltale games, and I love them all, they don't have that type of interaction with them.
I think it's going to be interesting for some people, the type of people who like the Telltale games, but I think that the people who really love Minecraft aren't going to find it quite as interesting unless they also happen to like Telltale games.
Yeah, it's just a different window into the Minecraft universe, really. Yeah.
It's going to be like adventure mode. Some people will like it, some people will be like,
Creative.
Creative.
Benjamin's got your next question, guys. I'll let you ask it, dude.
How hard is it to put together a mod pack?
How difficult is it to put together a mod pack?
That's yours.
That's all
That
yours.
is going to be, it can be as easy or as hard as you make it. If you want a few mods, just 10 or 20, it's pretty easy to do. With the current set of tools out there, multi-MC, Curse client, you can just put mods in and launch it mostly. You'll sometimes find crashes, but you can usually read the log and see what's causing it and take out the problem. Where you're going to run into problems if you want something huge with like 200 or 300 mods, you're probably going to need to put a lot, I'd say weeks of effort into making that work. And if you want something like Agrarian Skies, where you have quests and a lot of tweaked mods, you're looking at months of work putting the mod pack together. So it's all about what do you want. You want something quick and easy for you to play with your friends or on your own computer by yourselves, 5-10 minutes. You want something to share with everybody, you're going to be putting in a lot of time.
Yeah, ultimately it
But
comes
it's
down,
fun. It's loads of fun.
Ultimately, it comes down to how much customization you want in it, because the more you customize, the more effort you have to put in to make sure those don't break each other.
Shay's got your next question, guys. I'm over here. Here you go, Shay.
Are mods different to download on Macs than they are on PC?
No. Are they different on Mac versus PC?
What's that?
Mods?
Mods.
Mods?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Nope, they're the
No,
same.
it's same.
No difference.
Yep.
I think the gameplay is,
The
as a
gameplay is
whole,
pretty
the
much
whole
identical.
Same
gameplay,
game?
Mac versus PC is basically the same.
Yeah, the only thing
Yep.
that's different really is just the tools
Java.
that are available can be
Yeah.
different on platforms.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the same with
Andre
using Linux
is
as well.
next. Andre?
Direwolf, I'm a huge fan, but how good does the mod have to be if I want to play in the Forge team?
I'm sorry, what was the question? It's still a little hard to hear.
How good has the mod to be if I want to play with you and your team?
How good does the mod be?
How good does the mod have to be to play on Forgecraft? Is that what the question is? So that's a tricky question. Yeah. So it's not that there's any like secret to getting onto Forgecraft, and you probably shouldn't start making a mod with the goal being that you get onto Forgecraft, because modding really is a lot of work and it's very hard. So your goal should be to put out a good mod, and then if you do, it's one of those like, don't ask us, we'll ask you kind of things. I think.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I mean, we don't pick mods just because they're good or because they're bad. We pick mods that we feel would fit in with the current set of mods that we already have on that server. We
But
don't
also, I think it's also the personality of the person who made the mod, because if they're going to be helpful and a valuable member of the community that we want to bring in and say like, yeah, like join us, and you know, that's another thing too. So
I think we all wish we could have every mod on there, but
oh sure, yeah.
it's
It's just not,
Well, we're
not
not the
feasible.
only people out there that are doing this. I mean, there are plenty of other places where you can go and see mods being developed and stuff now, which is great, especially with Twitch TV.
The easiest way to get a mod on Forgecraft is you first get on Forgecraft, then you write a mod. Otherwise, writing a mod to get on Forgecraft won't work.
Right.
You're going to need to be on it first.
So, more mod questions. Next.
Ellie's next. Ellie?
What's your favourite mod pack and why?
Ooh, what's your favourite mod pack? I think we go along the road for that then.
Yeah, I think so. I think we can all answer that one.
Favourite mod
Your
pack?
favourite mod pack?
I think for me personally, my favourite mod pack of all time would be Ultimate, because it's the one that kind of changed everything for me. Especially with FTB, that's the thing that made us really popular in the first place. And it's still played massively to this day, which is a testament to its, I don't know what you would call it. A testament to its ability to make
Longevity?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to use greatness because that sounds a bit egocentric.
Paul, what's your favourite?
It's a great pack.
What's
your favourite mod pack?
My favourite mod pack would probably be. It's a very good question. It'd have to be Hubris at the moment. It's very different to the others. It hits all the places that. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's guess. Direwolf 20?
Am I allowed to say the Direwolf 20 mod pack?
Yes.
Well, if you don't, we're going to kind of wonder
Have you
about
played
that pack.
anything that isn't the Direwolf 20 mod pack?
I do. If I had to say something that wasn't the Direwolf 20 mod pack, I would have to vote Agrarian Skies, because I think that's a really great mod pack that's got an interesting and fun map along with it. So I think that's a fun pack.
I can very quickly follow that one as it passes by and go, Agrarian Skies is currently my favourite one.
I'm guessing I'm not supposed to pick one of my own.
You can mention it, but then you should pick one that's not.
Are there any that you haven't worked
Well,
on?
that's what I'm trying to think. Are there any mod packs I play that I didn't make?
Oh, thanks very
That's the
much.
problem. You make things you want to play, right?
Well, I love mine. Ag Skies 2, Magic Farm 1, 2, 3, yeah, all those. For packs that I don't currently control, Crash Landing is awesome. I like that. And Blood and Bones, if you really want to see how fast you can rage quit Minecraft, best mod pack ever for that.
I stopped at watching the videos on that one. I couldn't even bring myself to play.
So,
Very
favourite mod
painful.
pack?
Yeah, very painful. I think I respect the work that was done in Agrarian Skies, probably the most out of any pack. But the one I've played the most, I think, has actually been FTB Infinity.
Yeah, see, I'm going to have to punch you later.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean,
No violence.
the amount of customization in Agrarian Skies was by far one of the most detailed and customized packs I've seen. But I enjoy the kitchen sink packs. They're fun.
I'll work on you some more.
Okay. Yeah, good luck.
Okay, next question, please.
Iskal has a question for Jaded Cat. Iskal.
Yes, so I asked you on Twitter, Jaded, I asked why, or if we'd ever get Chisel in Agrarian Skies 2, and you said absolutely never no. But I'd like, as a modded builder, I'd like to understand why, because it's a beautiful mod.
Chisel?
Chisel in Agrarian Skies 2, please.
I figured that'd come up. I do not like putting purely aesthetic mods in a mod pack that's already heavy and is already lagging some people's computers. It's a mod that can be easily dropped into any mod pack with the click of a button. So I prefer to leave that up to the end user, because by putting it in, I'm making it impossible for some people to actually play the pack just to put in a mod that it's beautiful, but all it does is add pretty stuff. And it's like adding makeup and making it so nobody else can play. So I leave those type mods out for that reason.
Oh, round of applause. Danny's got a question.
This is for Direwolf 20. Why don't you use a skin?
Why don't I use a skin? So when I first started playing Minecraft, I never really played on servers. I was playing single player a lot. And I just never got around to getting one. And I just figured, like, why get a skin if I'm not playing on servers too much? And then it kind of became my thing. Like, Direwolf doesn't have a skin. And at this point, I feel like it would almost be a disservice to the fans if I got one. So I've considered getting some, like, minor alteration, but I just haven't yet.
You get it without hair.
Emma's here. She's
Ouch.
got a question. Emma?
How many different types of mods are there?
Did you hear that, guys?
No, I'm sorry. What
No,
was the question?
I'll get Emma to ask it again. One more time, sorry.
How many different mods are there?
How many different mods are there?
Actually, that's one for Kailton.
How many different mods are there?
How many different mods are there, at least in Curse you're aware of?
We have something like 3,000, I believe, on CurseForge right now. But that's not a representative sample of the entirety, so it's probably more like 5,000 to 7,000 mods total.
So FTB side, how many did you see via FTB?
Nowhere near that many, but we're very kind of close. We probably use out of a scale of 200 mods maybe total on the FTB.
So upwards of 4,000 to 5,000 then?
Yeah, well,
I think that's a good, fair quote.
5 to 7?
There's a lot.
Lots.
A lot. And there's more coming every day.
Yes.
Right. Or so we hope.
It's a very creative community we're part of.
Right.
Yeah, so you can see everything that you can possibly imagine is modded in some way, shape or form, isn't it, these days?
Okay, next question, please.
Emma's dad now wants to ask a question. Emma's dad.
Hi there. Thank you all, everyone on the panel, for everything you do. Dyer, I'm a huge fan. Jaded, where do you get the inspiration for your evil mod packs? Because I love torturing my players on my server with them.
I think it's the blood that she gets out of the people she likes to play with. Yeah.
Actually, most of mine are inspired by other games or books. I read a lot and I play a lot of games. And I end up, I'll take a break from Minecraft and be playing Diablo 3 and go, you know, I really want this type feeling in Minecraft. Or I'll be reading a book about genetic crop breeding and decide that I really need that in Minecraft. And the next thing I know, I'm writing down notes, and I've got these notepads like this that I just fill up with all sorts of little things. And then I kind of just throw them up in the air and pull a couple together and find mods that make my idea work.
And when the mods don't exist, she asks someone to make them.
Or if nobody will make it, I make it myself.
Yep.
Timo's got a question. Timo.
My question was, the mod developers are all developing their own mods, and that's fantastic. I love mods, especially the Delve 20 mod pack and Agrarian Skies, Crash Lane stuff. I just want to ask, sometimes the mods keep updating the version, but like don't add stuff. And what they developers add when they add stuff is pretty cool, but can the developers sometimes make it that they ask on like Twitter or so, hey, I don't know what to do. Can't we, what do you guys think what would be awesome in my mod? Yeah.
So would you ever ask for feedback from the community before you make changes to a mod?
Well, most of us aren't mod authors. So if you're saying, would we look for feedback from the community before making changes for a mod, that's the question, right?
Well, 50% of us are mod authors.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, I'm just moderating. You want to catch that one? What would you want by way of feedback for a mod?
Feedback for a mod from most mod authors, including me, is what are the bugs and give enough information that we can recreate it. Because just saying, it's broken, well, okay, it's broken. I needed, what's broken?
The mod authors in the front are
and we have the mod author community who would like bug reports that are useful.
Yeah, the more information you can provide when you're giving feedback, the better normally.
And generally speaking, in giving feedback, it's best not to go, you really ought to, or you have to. Go with, have you considered? Or, I thought maybe, you know, but don't tell people what to do. They hate that.
Yeah.
They really hate that.
You should always ask rather than demand.
Now you know my secrets for getting what I want from the modders.
Be polite and be informative. Give information.
Right.
Good question, though.
Yeah,
Next.
I think the politeness is the key. Right?
Yep.
Like, remember, like, the guy behind the mod or the girl behind the mod, they're putting hundreds and hundreds of hours into making this thing for, like, almost no reward. You know, so, like, remember there's a person there, right? And that you're talking to a person, which is sometimes hard to do over the internet.
Indeed.
And not many people say thank you.
Yep. Yep. Next question, please.
I'm here with Aaron. Aaron, go for it.
I was wondering if there's any Skyrim mod packs.
Skyrim
mod packs based on Skyrim. There are not any fully based on Skyrim yet. There are 3 mods I can think of that are Skyrim based, and 2 resource packs and 4 maps. A Google search of Skyrim for Minecraft, you'll find it. I think there is a server that looks to recreate the entire world, but I'm not sure if they've succeeded yet. It seems to be a bit of an undertaking.
2 of them.
2 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can find those on Google, but nobody has yet done a full mod pack for that, no.
I've got Joey here. He's got a question. Joey, go.
Dyer, do you ever plan on making a mod?
Do I ever plan on making a mod? For your sake, no. No, not really. I have a little bit of programming skill, but not enough that it would be a good mod. Also, I don't know that I'd be creative enough to come up with a good one.
Have you seen the Dirt to Diamonds mod?
I've heard of it, yes.
Maybe we could release a mod called Dirt to Dirt.
See, I could teach you how to write that, Dyer. It only takes about 5. We could do that now.
How about Dirt to Cobblestone?
Dirt to Cobblestone.
And then I could use it to build 9x9s.
That's yeah.
If y'all start coding on stage, I'm walking.
Right.
Dig up 1 dirt to get 9 cobblestone.
Right. Or dirt to torches and cobblestone in bed. Like I could build a whole 9x9 just using dirt.
So what you need
Different
is a
recipes with dirt.
Dirt block, right click becomes cobblestone 9x9. That's what you want.
Right, or like dirt plus dirt equals door, and like.
We should do this.
Help.
I like this idea.
All right, we'll see, maybe.
We should probably move on to the next question.
Okay, fair
Next
enough.
question.
We can be up here all night talking about that.
Please, next question.
Let's move on. I've got Timmy here. Timmy's got a question. Timmy, go.
Will you ever add mods to the Xbox version of Minecraft?
Will you ever add mods to the
That's not very easy. You really have to have vendor support for that, so Microsoft and Mojang would have to enable that. I think it would be an amazing thing in many ways, but as of right now, it's not technically possible.
Not our decision.
Nope.
Right.
Next question, please.
But we hope so, maybe one day. Who knows?
It would be cool if we could, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
Okay, I'm here with Thomas. Thomas?
Dyer, do you know when Zycraft is coming out?
What was the question?
When is Zycraft coming out?
We forgot to tell him about Zycraft.
Oh no, I wanted the question. I didn't tell him about the
There's a website about that.
Yes.
It's zycraftout.net. I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I do not know. I don't know if Soren knows either.
But Soren's brother XComp Wiz is here this weekend. You could track him down and ask him to relay
ask
the
that
message.
guy right there.
He's right there. Y'all can just give him that message.
Yep. I would like it as much as you guys. He did give a beta copy to a couple people, and I didn't get it, and I was pretty hurt by that. So maybe someday.
Oh,
I
you
hope.
didn't get it, but everybody else did. Oh.
Yeah, no, I was a little bit hurt.
I have it.
Oh.
Jaded has it. I don't know.
So before anything else starts off that.
So everybody should tweet out to Soren to give you the basic copy
Yes,
of the pack.
next question.
Oh, I wasn't going to say that, but if you want to say that.
Everybody should tweet out, if you've got a Twitter account, to Soren. The Direwolf should get a basic copy of the pack so he can stream it. Or
I did not request that. But if Soren wants,
There's a nice young gentleman wanting to ask a question.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. We're doing questions. I forgot.
Next question, please.
I've got Anthony here. Anthony.
What's the most efficient mod for normal survival? Well, normal survival, most efficient, helpful mod.
We didn't quite catch that.
What's the most efficient mod for normal survival?
Most efficient mod
For survival?
for survival.
The most efficient mod for survival.
Efficient is in.
Dirt to Diamonds.
Do you mean efficient
That's a
as
good
in
mod.
crafting, or efficient as in good for a computer, or?
More in like a helpful way, so it helps you out and like
The
it
best
varies.
one for starting with Minecraft? for
Yeah,
survival?
yeah.
Ah,
Absolutely. Well,
so your favorite starting mod for
Well, give
Minecraft?
that one to Slow.
Pardon?
Slow, what's your opinion on that one?
On the best beginning mod.
Yeah, for starting
most
Minecraft
helpful.
and survival.
Yep.
Do you know, I really hate to say this, but I think
boy.
it's probably Tinker's Construct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah.
If I'm honest about it, I mean, it's because we try to avoid using it in some mod packs now because it's just so popular. Everybody loves this mod. But if we think about a game that fits in with a vanilla style of Minecraft that gives you a modded feel, I think Tinker's Construct would be
And
the
the
one.
in-game book and guide really helps you understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Where you don't get that with
it's
many
not the
mods.
only one. Like there's other mods that are really nice for a beginning game. Britannia, if you play it right, is really good for early game as well if you play it correctly.
I really like progressive automation for starting games.
I
It's
haven't
got a few
tried it yet, but I've heard really good things.
You
Yeah.
start with wood-tiered machines, and they don't do much. They'll chop like a single log, or they'll plant a single piece of wheat, and then you get better machines made out of stone and then iron, and you go up the tiers, and they get a little bit better each time, but they're never going to be quite as strong as, say, like a full IC2 set, but they're nice, basic starting blocks. So I like that mod, progressive automation.
And anyone else with any other?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Next question, please.
Timothy's got your next question, guys. Go for it.
Okay. I was wondering what your favorite features are, or the features you really want to see, and the features with the most potential in your eyes. Like Zycraft tanks and all.
The features you want to see in... I didn't catch the last part.
Like,
What is
modding features
Oh,
or
he's
Minecraft?
moving on.
Yep.
Okay, our favorite features in Minecraft. I'm really fond of the ocelot. It's a cute little cat.
She waited forever for that hoodie.
I did. I begged.
I have two.
I hate you. In modded, my favorite features. Bees. I like bees.
Bees.
Favorite feature in vanilla
modded?
and modded.
What is my current favourite feature or one I'd want to see?
Yeah.
Either one, I guess.
Either.
I think my current favourite feature in the recent past, I think, and I've heard this a few times before, is the mod hardcore questing mode that lets us add quests has changed modded Minecraft in a way that no other mod has since probably IC2, Industrial Craft 2. As for the future, I'd actually like to see HQM developed and evolved into a way that we can use it even better, but other than that, I'm excited to see mods develop to a point where we can play just stable mod packs over a long period of time rather than just a month or two before the server starts to die. And I hope that's the area that people will start to focus on now, is long-term stability in a mod.
Okay. Paul, favorite feature in vanilla and modded?
I haven't really got any. It's been moving along quite well, but everything's got its own thing to add to it all. It's a great community with great content.
Okay. Dyer?
Anything that lets me automate stuff.
Lazy.
Yeah, I am lazy. That's why I like to automate
Least
everything.
favorite Enderman?
Yes, Endermen are my favorite. I love the Endermen. They're the best.
Cake.
You?
I don't know. I'll pass on this one.
Okay. For me, it would be Redstone and then
Yeah.
modded automation.
Hopefully that answered your question.
Yep.
Maybe.
Next question, please.
Killian's got your next question. Killian.
Do you think mods will ever come to Minecraft Realms?
Do you think mods will come to Minecraft Realms? Mark, would you like to shake your head or nod your head? He's shaking his head no, so I think no.
Either that or he just isn't dodging the question.
Ducking.
I think he's
you're
trying to avoid
miming.
you.
You're miming.
Yeah, we're not playing charades, Jaden.
I don't think that's
No.
one we can answer.
Yeah, it's one of those. If it comes, but it's not something any of us have any control over.
Give your feedback to Mojang.
Yeah, I think they have question cards over at the Microsoft booth that you can like stick feedback in.
They do indeed. Next question, please.
Ethan.
How did you guys come to meet?
How did we meet? Is that right?
How did we
via
meet?
Minecraft.
Minecraft, yeah.
I think most of
Yep.
me and Dyer first met through his video shows. I used to watch it, and we met on an IRC channel that was created in his name.
Yep.
I met Slowpoke through more Valira through streaming.
From
Better
Than
Than
Wolves.
Wolves. Then
Marathi, I think, also
Marathi
joined
was
IRC.
watching my stream, and
And
I
made
was
you a mod?
whining about needing something, so he made me a
City
mod.
Plates.
City Plates, yes. Then
And I met Slow through modding.
Then I met Paul because of Slowpoke and Creeper Host, and then Paul let me have a server that I could abuse regularly. And then Brian got thrown at me by Slowpoke randomly because Slow thought I'd scare him off.
Didn't work.
Yeah. I met Dyer through
Not squeamish.
Forgecraft.
Yep.
And I met Kailton
We met back in WoW
13,
days.
13 years ago with WoW.
Yeah. Yeah,
When
it's a
we
long time
first
ago.
started modding World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I think me and Marafi first met properly was when he made the obsidian pressure plates for you.
Yeah, he made it for me.
Yeah, Jaded wanted a pressure plate made out of obsidian, and Marafi made it.
Which was taken from Better Than Will's idea-wise.
Yeah.
Credit where it's due.
Yep.
Hopefully that answered your question.
It did. Alexander's got your next question now.
I'm really eager to start playing FTB, but I'm kind of intimidated by all the changes made to normal Minecraft, and I have little experience with modding. Where do I start?
Did you get that?
If you don't have experience with modding, where do you start? Is that what the question was?
Start
Yeah.
playing or start modding?
Yep.
The new pack.
Start playing with mods like FTB. Where do I start?
Yeah, the new.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, your easiest bet for getting started is going to be pick one of the pre-created launchers, FTB, Curse Voice, one of the others, and then pick a mod pack. By preference, I would recommend either Direwolf 20 so you can follow along in his YouTube series. One of the quest ones like Agrarian Skies without the hardcore part turned on so you can follow along with the quest. Or FTB Lite, because it's small enough that you can get started. A lot of the really large packs, if you don't have a YouTuber to follow along with, you're going to get in there and you're going to get a little bit overwhelmed in the amount of choices. Spend a week or two with the smaller pack so you get a feel for how blocks work and the way the GUIs work. And then move to the large pack where you can then go, okay, well, I figured out how to do this. Let's move on to having more options, tons of stuff.
You'll get addicted. You will.
Next thing you'll know, you'll have like 60 gigabytes of mods installed in one thing, and you're going to be, making giant, yeah.
No comment.
It's very difficult to go back to vanilla after you've played modded.
I like to pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I don't play vanilla now, it's modded
I
only.
can't play vanilla anymore.
Yep.
I know some very famous YouTubers whose names I won't mention who were scared to play modded because they didn't want to get addicted to it. Because and they played modded and they got addicted to it.
Yep. So enjoy. Next question, please.
Daniel's got your next question. Daniel.
Is it hard to make a server with mods?
Is it hard to make a server with mods?
That's where I come in.
That's this guy right here.
Paul.
Yeah, I mean,
This one for
most
you.
mod packs come with server builds that you can just download and more or less run a script and it starts up.
Paul can explain more.
Go for it.
Well, if you're going for
Oh
a
yeah,
mod
he makes it
pack,
even easier.
if you're going for a mod pack, it is quite simply you can sign up on, for example, our website or other providers, but ours especially, and you log into a page and you can just click one button and it's all done.
Right. If you're hosting your own server, though, again, it's kind of like, is it hard to make a mod pack? The question is, how many mods are you going to have on there? How much do you want to work to make sure that it's the right mods that are nice and stable with the right configurations? So if you're doing it yourself, it's how hard do you want to make it?
Yeah, but if you get one of the established packs like the ones from Feed the Beast,
Right.
a lot of times that work is done for you and it's really simple to get going.
Yeah, if you get a pre-made server pack, you just drop it on the server and press start, mostly.
Correct.
Or look it up on YouTube. There's several YouTube videos on how to do it too. If you hit a snag and it's not
Yeah, it's a
working.
shame we don't know someone who does YouTube videos.
Like maybe Dyer should do a how to install a server video. Yeah.
Maybe.
Next question.
I'm here with Molly. Molly, ask your question.
What mod makes Minecraft more realistic?
What mod makes
What
Minecraft?
mods make Minecraft more realistic?
Well, see, the problem with that is that Minecraft in and of itself is not realistic.
What, apples don't grow on oak trees?
No, and I actually have never been able to break stone with my fists. I tried. I broke 3 knuckles.
Well, there's Terra Firma Craft.
But if you're wanting something that tries to bring world physics and terra firma craft, block physics.
I'm really impressed with at least the aesthetics and immersive engineering.
I'll catch one in that one where if you're looking to get more visually realistic, you can get more technical and use shaders.
Yeah.
There are shader mods. That gets way more technical, but YouTube videos will help you go through that.
Well, I'm sure somebody in the audience will probably stab me for this one. If you're wanting kind of a more realistic tech tree, Yeah, better than wolves is a great thing to start with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dive under the table now.
It's
I don't know
valid.
you anymore.
Yep.
Anyone else? No? Okay.
Lice is up next, guys. Go for it, dude.
So obviously, all of you play Minecraft for a long time, and I was wondering, what's the first mod you ever played with?
We couldn't catch that.
I think it was, what's the first mod that you played?
Yeah.
Yes, okay,
Okay.
that is.
So you want to go down the line? Slow?
First mod that I played?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wasn't one mod, it was a series of mods, and the first mod I played was the mod pack that Direwolf put together for series 1 of his YouTube series. So probably Industrial Craft 2, which I think was the very first mod that you played in that series.
Yep.
I guess, would be mine.
Cool.
Exactly the same here, actually. Industrial Craft 2.
Yeah, I think the very first was probably Industrial Craft, the first Industrial Craft, not Industrial Craft 2, and then Buildcraft. Those were two of the very earliest mods, I think, that were out there.
I can't remember which one I did first. It was either Red Power or Better Than Wolves, and I can't remember which one it was.
Yep.
Jade?
Better Than Wolves was my first one, followed by Forestry. Bees. I love bees.
Yes.
Yes, you're obsessed with bees. I started playing, actually, it was one of the old FTB packs. It was one of the ones back in 1.3 or something. But the mod out of that pack that really grabbed me first was Computer Craft. Really got in there and just playing with the turtles and just really enjoyed it. Having to figure out the GPS system was kind of weird, though. Yeah.
Cool.
Next question is from Anthony. Anthony.
Dyer, if you asked Vasky to add numbers to Botania, what would he tell you?
I'm sorry, what was the question? If you asked Vasi what about Botania?
To add numbers to Botania.
To add numbers to Botania?
What would he say?
I can't say that up here. This is a PG stream, right?
What was the question?
If I asked Vasky to add numbers to Botania, what would his response be?
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah, that would be an inappropriate response. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Not a good
Vasky
question.
really likes kind of not focusing around numbers. So
It's all about the feel.
It's an intentional design decision on the part of that mod, isn't it? He doesn't want that type of thing.
right, you got it.
She.
Yep.
Next question, please.
Your next question is coming from Ben.
What's the easiest way to start as a mod creator?
The easiest way to start as a mod creator. Jade, since you just did that.
Yeah.
I just did that.
She cheated.
Well, technically, yes, I cheated. I started when I was 8. There's several books on the topic, and while they aren't going to fully explain it to you, I would recommend getting one of them. I think there's one on sale back there at the ThinkGeek store or the guidebook store. That'll give you a good solid start in how to use Forge. There's several YouTube video series, VSWE, Pahimar. I want to say there's somebody else who's done one that the name just escapes my mind.
Yep.
But the first thing you're going to want to do is read and watch some videos and work out how the code works with Forge.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of prerequisite knowledge that goes into making these. They're written in Java. They take a certain maturity of development that other systems may not. But it is accessible, and you can do it.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend like Pahamar's video or VSW's videos. And just having some level of programming knowledge ahead of time would also help too. So if you pick up a generic Java programming book just to go through some of the basic chapters in there, that'll give you an idea of how to start writing code.
And there's online stuff like Code Academy and stuff that you can do that might be able to help out with that part.
Please try to learn Java first.
I think
at
so,
least the basics, and
Right.
then jump into it that way.
Yeah.
It will make your life a lot easier.
Yep. But on that, we should mention that there is a mod developer panel tomorrow. So we'll, again.
Then you can go ask the mod developers how to do that.
Yeah.
Repeat that question in there tomorrow. They'll give you a lot better info.
Yep.
We hope.
Probably.
Maybe.
Next question, please.
Oleg is next. Oleg.
So there seems to be some problem with implementing the Forge API or any other modding API into the official release of Minecraft. So what does the problem consist of? Is it some legal problem like with Bucket API or something different?
I think I heard 4 words.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we didn't really hear that too well.
One more time, Oleg, sorry.
Well, I was saying that there seems to be some problem with implementing the modding API into Minecraft. So what would this problem be? Because as by now, I have to download the Forge API from some third-party website and then add mods separately. So they are saying that they are going to develop the plugin API for some update, but it's never done. So there seems to be some problem, either legal or technical. So I was just wondering what's the problem there.
Okay. I think I'll catch that one quickly in that you'll have to wait and see what they say about the modding API first. We can't really answer that without hearing what they have to say first.
Right.
So listen to when they actually make their announcement and go from there.
Yep.
I've got another question from Nick here. Nick?
Everyone spam Cap in the chat! Cap!
There's always one, isn't there?
Yep.
We'll go and get another question.
At least he's dressed for it.
It's an awesome hat.
Is that a hat?
It's a bow.
Bow, hat.
Fair enough.
Okay, I've got your next question here.
What can you do to extend the longevity of a Minecraft, of a modded world, as long as possible?
So what can you do to extend the longevity of a modded world? Is that the question?
You have, you go off with your friends, you make lots of machines, and slowly lags comes, and it slowly kills your world.
Yes, yours done.
Like you have so much lag that you can't even play the map anymore.
So I would recommend, if you're having trouble with performance on your server, because you have a lot of mods, one of the things you can probably do is maybe disable chunk loading. There's also configurations for chunk loading where you can make it so that only when the player's logged in are their chunks loaded. Because typically what causes that is just so many people use so many chunk loaders that you've just got large portions of the world loaded at the same time, and that really kind of kills performance. So one of your first steps could be disabling chunk loaders, and that should help performance a good bit.
In that sense.
I'm going to disagree on this one to an extent.
Uh-oh.
The number one cause of lag on modded Minecraft servers, you have too many mods installed on too small of a server with too many people. Remove half the mods. Your lag will go away.
Or, actually, if you
buy a bigger server.
That's kind of cutting the root out at the base, though.
Yeah. That is the problem, though, is that most of the modded servers just have too many mods. You're trying to run hundreds of files with hundreds of players, and it's not going to be as fast as vanilla or a smaller pack. Limit your mod selection a bit, pick a pack that's smaller and lighter weight, and you'll have less lag problems. You can get modded servers to last for 6, 7, 8 months. I've seen servers last 2 years.
I know that me and Paul have spoken about this quite a bit, and Jade is absolutely right in the fact what she's saying, where there are people who will, they'll go and buy a server that's not adequate for the mod pack they're using. And maybe that's partly on us to sort of say we should give you recommended specifications for services. I don't know, but I mean,
Paul,
she's absolutely right in that.
Do you have any input on that particular?
Yeah, recently we've been basically building up a database of what servers, what the best memory requirements for servers are to run the particular mod packs.
And one more thing I'll mention is there's a mod called Opus that can help you to troubleshoot lag issues. So if there's a particular build that's causing a lot of lag on your server, Opus might be able to help you narrow down where that is and figure it out.
And he does have a good video to help you use that one.
Yep.
Indeed. Next question, please.
Your last question comes from Nikolai.
Which 5 mods would Dire Wolf use in Hardcore Survival?
Which, did you say which mods would I use in Hardcore Survival?
Yeah.
I've never played Hardcore Survival, so I have to pick the most overpowered mods I can think of. Well, Equivalent Exchange. That would have to be a requirement.
That's all you need, isn't it? It's the most overpowered mod ever made.
Dirt to Diamonds.
No. Do you remember some of the things we've made with Equivalent Exchange?
Yeah.
We made diamonds trivial.
I wouldn't recommend Blood Magic. That would probably be very bad to use in Hardcore. Yeah, I think those are, some of them.
Guys, can we have a huge round of applause for our panel, please? For Jaded Cat, Direwolf, Slowpoke, Paul, Kelson, and Mirafi. Guys, thanks so much for coming and speaking to us today. Some great questions. That's the end of Getting Started with Mods. this room is closing now while we get ready for tonight's massive, exciting live show. So after this panel finishes, everyone, I'm sorry, if you're really comfortable in your seats, you have to leave while we get things ready for tonight. The doors will reopen at 7 o'clock. The doors will reopen at 7 o'clock where you can take your seats for tonight's absolutely epic live show. Thanks very much for coming, guys. See you soon. Thanks very much, ladies and gents.
Wow, yes. Oh, big thanks to everybody on the panel there. We were just checking out, hanging out on our sofas. This is like the best spot in the house. This
It's
is
great.
amazing.
We were kind of a bit drawn into that, weren't we? We were a bit sort of fascinated by the whole thing. So thank you to Jaded Cat, Direwolf 20, Slowpoke, Paul was brilliant.
Yeah. The
Brian, Myrathi,
whole
thank you,
team.
panel.
And of course, Matt, who
And of
got
course,
sung
Matt.
at.
Yeah, Matt was
sung at.
Bless Matt, he was just kind of a vessel, really, wasn't he, for all the goings on in that room then? He was just kind of just fielding questions.
Yeah, after the little sing-along stealing of the mic happened, we did actually hear it playing back here because I think the team were just watching that moment back.
Yeah.
Just to share. That'll go on the bloopers reel.
I think somebody quite cruel down in the studio there called Matt the most expensive mic stand ever, because he was just literally... But anyway,
We should
enough about that.
change that on his Twitter page.
Yeah,
I
like
am
that,
the
wouldn't
most
he?
expensive mic stand ever.
Anyway, great panel. That's what MineCon is all about. I'm sure a lot of people left that room very, I guess, armed with enough ammunition there to go out there and conquer mods.
I mean, I think, you just sort of kind of forget that there's so many varying different degrees of knowledge behind the game. Like we were saying before, obviously, you play on console, you have a kind of lighter view into the world, and then, of course, it gets super crazy in depth. I mean, I've had conversations with, like kids, friends of my kids, and sometimes I feel like I know Minecraft pretty well.
Yeah.
And like one of them, honestly, I could understand about 50% of what he was saying. I was just like, it's so in depth and it just goes so far into down the rabbit hole.
Sure.
I'm just like, I feel like as a fairly intelligent person, I was lost. Lost.
That's what's so great about Minecraft, though, isn't it? It's so many different things to so many different people. And I think, as the guys were chatting about on the panel, there are so many mods out there for so many different aspects of Minecraft, too. That was a really nice way to just sort of boil it down for people and let them know what's what, I guess.
Well, it's the appeal of Minecraft, right? You can do pretty much anything. And that's why it attracts, all these people, so many people to be interested in it, is because it caters basically for everybody. Whatever your thing.
Yeah.
You can do it in Minecraft.
I was going to say, talking of being able to do anything, I think
Really?
that option's there at MineCon 2015 as well,
I really
isn't
want
it?
to kind of vault over the edge, but
I've
I don't
been
think
out there,
I'm really
by the way.
dexterous enough.
I got to experience the actual expo. I checked out the Ender Dragon. Very impressive up close. I mean, it looks great from here. When you're below it and you can see it looking down on you, it's quite daunting.
Actually, they were building quite a lot of that kind of in the air, which I thought was amazing. Like, they're literally, it's built completely from scratch. They didn't kind of turn up with this thing and then just kind of attach it.
No.
Everything's been built from scratch. So you see people like tying bits of, I don't know, like metal together and colouring in. It's just, honestly, everything's been built from scratch, pretty much on site. It's been quite a spectacular thing to sort of witness. And there's loads of really great time-lapse, actually, VTs that we've been kind of
Yeah, we're going to be playing some more of those later as well. But I was going to say, Julia, I think it's about time that we had some guests in this studio, yeah? So how about we play a few videos for the guys at home? I reckon we make them last around maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes.
I think we've actually got like a huge, nice little catalogue
Yeah.
that we've kind of pulled together.
And that should give us enough time to get out there and drag some guests
You're
into the
going to
studio.
miss me running around like a lunatic again, just sort of seeing YouTubers and grabbing them by the
Yeah.
scruff of their neck and making
That's how it tends to work. We've got to be quite cruel to the YouTubers because they want to experience Minecon 2015 just as much as the Minecrafters do, but we need them in this room. So
pretty much.
should we go and get them?
Yeah, I think we should go. So,
Okay.
You guys watch this. We'll be back in a minute. with
We'll be
some
back
guests
soon.
for you.
Yeah, enjoy. Let's go. Come on.
Well, we can right now. Right.
Let's do it.